I think our forefathers, leaving England, Britain, they knew that they had tyrannical governments, and therefore they sought to have everyday people, the right to bear arms.
Okay, so what century were our forefathers existing in? When did they live?
Well, I know what you're trying to get.
Well, it's a very simple question. I don't know. You can just answer the question.
You say it's outdated. So if what I'm saying is, if it was swords when the Second Amendment was, then you'd say we all have swords. It's ridiculous.
No, it's not ridiculous. My point is this. My point is simply this. You don't have to. You know what can. The entire Second Amendment. I'm just saying making changes is not an outrageous suggestion. Okay? Not looking at it from a standpoint of it's 2023 and then making some alterations or changing the Second Amendment is not something that is a terrible thing.
So, Paul,
you apparently disagree with. You disagree with it.
So, Paul, let me ask you a question then. If we respectfully disagree, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
We have more gun violence in this country than ever before, so I'm curious to know, what are some of your solutions?
Well, pick Chicago, New York. That's the solution.
So we only have gun violence in Chicago.
That's not a solution. You're just naming cities.
Let me finish, guys.
Well,
let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish. If you can fix Chicago, New York, and get the gun violence down on handguns, because those are mostly handguns, then I would agree to your solution to take away the large guns.
Okay, so let me give you some bad news.
Hold
on, Chris.
Handguns are connected to assault.
Hold on, Chris. Let me give you some bad news, Paul. The murder rates and the gun rates and the deaths per capita are higher in many other parts of the country than in New York. So what you just said is not true. We are talking about per capita, if you understand what that is. Let's just say per 1,000 people, per 100 people. The gun shootings are worse in many other states in this country than in the state of New York. So what you're saying doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to ask you again, what solutions do you have? Stop blaming states. Well, if we could just fix those states. I want to know, I'm going to assume you're a responsible gun owner that just disagrees with me. I want to know what your solutions are. Now, I have a bunch of solutions that I think would work, but I want to hear yours since you disagree with me. You haven't given me one yet, except let's fix New York and Chicago, which, by the way, is not a solution. So go ahead.
You have an invalid argument. What you're trying to tell me is people
invalid.
Are a lot less. Yeah. You're
it's not invalid.
Hold on, Chris.
It's a logical.
Hold on, Chris. Sir, hold on. Everybody, shut up. Shut up, Paul, and listen.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm asking you again, not to say whether I have an invalid argument or not.
Yes.
I'm asking you a question which now you failed to answer 3 times. Shut up and listen. What are your solutions to the gun violence in this country? Stop talking about my opinions or what states you don't like. I'm now asking you for a 4th time. Answer the damn question.
Why are you yelling?
All right, get off my show.
Very mad.
Because you're a moron and you don't know how to answer a question. That's why.
You're pathetic.
Thank you. That's a great solution. I'm pathetic. You're the one that can't come up with any solutions, you dummy. I've got solutions for you. Here they are, dum-dum. Okay, number 1, we need responsible red flag laws put on the books. 18 to 21 years old to purchase a firearm. We need basic training. I don't care who you are. I don't care whether you're 18 or 80. If you're purchasing a gun, you need at least a few hours of basic training on how to use that gun. Very simple. Yes, when someone is getting mental health evaluations, or what took place in Tennessee where that shooter was getting an evaluation and mental health treatment, they shouldn't be allowed to purchase a gun. I want an assault weapons ban put in place. Something similar that was in the early 90s. You have no solutions. Even if you disagree with what I just said, at least I have some solutions, not, oh, you're pathetic, and if we could just fix New York and Chicago. Hey, guess what? MAGA, that's not a solution.
And your opinion is invalid, right? And saying that, and bringing up cities as, again, talk about things that actually can rectify the problem, not your bitching and moaning sessions, man. It's just a bitching and moaning. All you're doing is complaining.
Hold on,
all you're doing
let's ask him again.
Complaining about what's going on.
Let's ask him again now for the 6th time. Sir, I'm asking you again. I haven't hung up on you. Please stop talking. Listen to my question because you haven't answered it yet.
It's a very simple question.
Last time I'm going to give you an opportunity. I don't care whether you think I'm pathetic or we just need to fix Chicago and New York. What are your solutions to all the gun violence we're facing in this country? Go.
If you can show me that it'll stop death completely by guns.
So you don't have any
Of
solutions.
course.
Have a nice day. Get off my show. You don't have any solutions. You've
Stop
wasted our
death
time.
completely, Brian. That's what he
There
said.
is not one person in the country, including myself,
That's gonna
that would
stop
say
death.
that there is one
Completely.
thing that we can do or 10 things we can do. If you notice, he can't answer the question.
No, he
because-
didn't answer it. His answer was, if we can stop death completely, then I would agree with your guys' opinions on this
Yeah.
or your views.
If you
That's what he
notice,
said.
I had
And
this
a
guy
completely
on. I had
outrageous
this guy
take.
on.
Terrible take.
I had this guy-
horrendous take.
I had this
Okay?
guy on
So,
for. I had.
We have him on. Yeah, we're here.
I had this guy on for 8 minutes.
He did.
He didn't give me one reasonable solution or any solution at all on how we end the gun violence in this country. This is nice massage music.
It is.
This is.
Shapiro needs it, man.
This is a
Shapiro is red-faced right now, folks.
Well, I'm trying to get my
like
thought out
big
here.
time.
This is a
Yeah.
perfect example of what I'm talking about. I don't mind when people call in and disagree with me. Have a solution. All he said in 8 minutes